all standing here together on National Lighthouse Day to celebrate that we're embarking on a journey and a mission to restore our beloved lighthouse. It'll be 150 years old next year. So it's an honor, it's a privilege. We're stewards of this property, and it's a stewardship mission, and it's going to take the whole peninsula, it's going to take Galveston, it's going to take all of us together doing this. And one of the reasons we wanted to have y'all here, special friends and special guests, that I've met so many of y'all in this short amount of time that I feel like my family, everybody's been so warm and welcoming. So I can't thank y'all enough for that, on the Bolivar side and the Galveston side. And it's true that it's an honor to be able to stand here and do this. So I want to introduce, because we want to be very transparent who we all are, so I want to introduce all my wonderful family members that are here in attendance today. So I've got Betsy Boyd, who waves, sweet Betsy, and her son Mark Boyd, Lila Boyd, her wonderful daughter-in-law, Mark's wife. Do we have David?
David's studying.
Oh, David's studying.
He's school.
School, A&M, great. Then I've got my wonderful cousin, Michael Maxwell, and I've got, Uncle Lloyd, Lloyd Maxwell is in the house, and then I've got my wonderful husband, Pete, and our twin daughters, Carly and Chloe. Now, if I missed out anybody, did I do good, family? Okay.
All family.
All family. So we want y'all to see our faces and know who we are. We're here quite a bit. We're going to be here, obviously, even more in our commitment in this journey that we're on. And we're thrilled. We actually had our first official board meeting yesterday. And I do want to introduce our wonderful board members. We have the fabulous, wonderful Sid Bowes. Wave your hand. Yay, Sid Bowes. And we have wonderful Jody DeSantis over here, who's so fabulous and wonderful. Yay, Jody in the house. We have former Congressman Nick Lampson, and he's wonderful. He had a prior commitment, so he's not able to make it today. And we have two family members. We've got Michael Maxwell, and we've got Mark Boyd, who will remain on as the two members from the family. So that's where we're standing. We had an incredible meeting yesterday. I think we would all agree we could have probably talked all day and all night. I mean, you know it's a good meeting when like you're 30 minutes late to lunch, and it was a fabulous lunch that sweet Aunt Betsy and Lila had made for us. So you know you're having a good meeting when we're late, right? So, so again, this is just a journey, and it's been a wonderful journey. And so I'll tell you, so this is Larry Ersick, and Larry Ersick is our historical architect. And we met on a flight 3 years ago in Amarillo, Texas. He was restoring the courthouse, and I was on a work project, and I'm sitting in the window, and he said, "May I sit next to you?" And I said, "Sure." And here we are 3 years later, and it's very surreal, to be honest with you, that we remained in touch ever since. I mean, the first thing he said, "I'm a historical architect," and I took my iPad and said, "My family owns a lighthouse." And he looked at me like, "You have got to be crazy." And I said, "You got a lighthouse?" He's like, "No." So I leaned in left field. It turns out we literally lived 10 minutes from each other in Austin. We were like on the phone. I'm calling Mark and Michael from the airport going, "I've been a historical architect. I mean, this is so great and wonderful." And that was 3 years ago. We remained in touch. I called him in March, and I said, "This is just so crazy. I'm leaving my career for 22 years, and I want to head this up with a family mission and all, and I need your help." And I said, "Can you come down next week?" And he said, "I'll be there on Saturday." And now here we are. So it's been all these awesome milestones. So he's great. And you know, before yes. And then I have to introduce, my gosh, the fabulous Ryan, which I am so thrilled. I'm so thrilled to have Daryl here in the audience. So thank you for being here, because we need all of y'all's support. And I'm so blessed. So Ryan is from Mays Middleton's office, and Mays has made a proclamation.
Yeah, so Mays wishes he could be here today. He's in Austin today as they start the second special session today at noon. So he's there doing that. He does wish that he could be here though, but we do have a certificate for you guys from the state. I guess I'll just read it really quick. So it says, "Certificate of Recognition presented to the Bolivar Point Lighthouse on the occasion of National Lighthouse Day on August 7th, 2021. Best wishes to the Bolivar Point Lighthouse Foundation for continued success with its efforts to restore and preserve this important historic structure." So, congratulations.
Thank you so much for coming. So this is, well, I mean, again, this is just almost surreal. And I cannot do this out without Officer Juan Pena. Like, connecting me to everybody. And And I mean, it is just one conversation to the next, and text me, and he connects me to so-and-so, and so-and-so, and so-and-so, and I'm like, so bless you, friends. So thank you for all that you do for us to keep us all safe. We only have to call when crazy people come in and act crazy around here, so thank you for all that you do. We did have an event the other night. Yeah. The gentleman who decided to drive in kind of crazily. So, making sure I'm, again, there's so much history here. I mean, she survived the 1900 storm, the 1915 storm, countless other storms, and Hurricane Ike. And as we mentioned, it's a stewardship mission that we restore her and preserve her to the way she was. And our commitment with the nonprofit is that when she is safe, that there will be controlled public access. So these are questions and answers, like we're just in the infancy stages of all this, but it'll be the first time in the history that it's been open to the public in a controlled setting. So again, that's forthcoming. We're in the infancy stages of all this, but it's super exciting, and we're so very blessed to have all of y'all here, and that's why we want to have each of you here. So we had names and addresses and phone numbers, and that we just keep connecting. You can follow our Facebook site and our webpage. Make sure you're liking that and share the news. And one other thing I have to say, I've joined the Chamber of Commerce in Galveston and the GHF, and last Thursday at the social we were at, a lady walked up and said, my great uncle survived the 1900 storm because he was on the train, and he got off and he walked 2 miles and he rode that storm out in the lighthouse. And so it's stories like that that just really just invigorate us, that we're doing this for so many reasons. In fact, the gentleman from the Rosenberg Library that wrote Mr. Ziegler, I found an article he wrote in the 30s, and he was furious they were going to decommission the lighthouse. He was just furious. And he wrote this whole column in the newspaper in Galveston saying all the reasons it should not be decommissioned, and the light should stay here. And he goes so far to talk about the bay, and he talks about the birds and the ecosystem basically, and it's just, this is wrong that you would do this. And so I walked out of that library going, you know what, we're doing this for you too, Mr. Ziegler. There's just a lot of people, And so we're humbled by this, and with that, I want to let Larry kind of say a few words on this.
Real quick, I want to let everybody know that this would not be happening without Amy deciding to walk away from one chapter of her life and start a new one and dedicate herself to the whole project. And it is the family's commitment. We are going to save this landmark icon. And we owe it to the community to do that. And then if we can make it safe, and have people be able to come in, access the tower, it would mean a lot to a lot of people. So that's what we want to do.
Great. Thank you so much, Amy. Well, I'll tell you a little bit about myself.
Watch your head, Larry.
Oh, yeah.
Let's not take it off.
The process we're undertaking here. I've been doing historic preservation for 36 years now. Restored like 32 courthouses. I don't know if any of you have been to the historic courthouse in Houston, not that far away. We restored that several years ago. So that was quite a makeover. Susan, who's also on our team and one of my partners, was the primary architect working on that with us. She also has restored two other lighthouses. So she's an incredible resource to have on our team too, and we're both out of Austin. And we're also really fortunate to have on our team Chris Reason with DG Studios. They have done some incredible work. I've done a visitor center with them. Many of you have been to Fredericksburg to the Pacific War Museum. Chris did that. He did the museum in Pearl Harbor. So we've got a really, really strong team, and we've all worked together and done this type of work before. On this, what we're undertaking now is a master plan. So there's been an assessment done on the lighthouse, and we're kind of re-looking at it freshly, making sure we understand the conditions and what it's going to cost to restore it, and parts of it, reconstruct it too. But the master planning part is going to kind of go beyond that. It's not only the lighthouse, which is the primary feature, obviously, but really the site, how people can access it, and then really tell the story. And have some exhibits so that people understand, about the lighthouse, the region, the history. So it's really a story that's going to be told, and an experience, not just coming to the lighthouse. So anyway, it's going to be an incredible process. That's really going to culminate the master plan with a cost estimate, so we can go out and get money raised to actually do the restoration work. So I'm really fortunate to be a part of it, and I appreciate Amy and your family giving me this.
Thank you. Thanks for coming. So yeah, so again, here we are, National Lighthouse Day. She'll be 150 years old next year. We have just so many exciting things to look forward to. We're blessed again to the board members. I cannot thank y'all enough. We're on a journey. Family members, we're on a journey. And we're super excited to be embarking on this. So if you've got questions, please ask. Feel free to go up and look at our home. We'll have more food and some drinks. And we just again wanted to thank you all for coming out today. And just as we embark on this journey.